Welcome back, everybody, to All Things Soggy Buns.
Mm.
Today we're gonna dive into smash burgers.
Ooh, yeah.
I am excited for this one.
Yeah, me too. They're having a moment.
I know. I know our listeners are pretty familiar with burgers,
Sure. Yeah.
but maybe smash burgers are a little bit new. So can you kind of break down like
Yeah,
what really makes a smash burger a smash burger?
absolutely. So the smash burger is all about the technique.
Okay.
It's taking a ball of fresh ground beef and, like the name suggests, you smash it onto a super hot surface.
Because it's more than just like
Yeah,
squishing the patty down.
way more.
Okay.
There's a lot of science going on.
All right.
When that intense heat and that direct contact with the surface happens, it triggers the Maillard reaction,
Right.
which creates a really complex, flavorful crust that you just don't get with a regular burger.
Right. The Maillard reaction. That's like the chemical reaction
Exactly.
that like browns the meat and makes it taste so good.
It's that beautiful dance of amino acids and sugars that results in hundreds of new flavor compounds.
Wow.
And it's what gives the smash burger that savory depth and
Yeah.
that beautiful golden brown crust.
So before we get into soggy buns, I want to talk a little bit about the history of the smash burger.
Sure.
Because, soggy buns is this awesome food truck and catering service in Maryland.
Yeah.
And you can find out more about them at soggybuns.com. That's B-U-N-Z with a Z.
With a Z.
But, smash burgers, like, they're having this huge moment,
Yeah.
but they're not a new thing, right?
Not at all.
Where did this all begin?
It goes way back to the early 1900s.
Okay.
Because classic American diners and drive-ins,
Okay.
especially in the Midwest, they needed fast and efficient ways to cook burgers.
Right.
And the hot griddle and just smashing them down turned out to be the perfect solution.
That makes sense.
It makes a quick cooking, crispy patty with incredible flavor.
And everybody loves that.
Exactly.
So now it's like this big,
Yeah.
modern, like, revival of this old school thing.
Exactly. A little nostalgia with a modern twist.
I love it.
Yeah.
So those chains that are popping up all over,
Yeah.
they've kind of helped this along, haven't they?
Absolutely. They've introduced it to a whole new generation of burger lovers.
I think that's so cool.
And they're showcasing all this versatility
Yeah.
with all kinds of toppings and different flavor combos.
That's what's so fun about this. It's not just one burger. It's
Yeah.
like a whole world.
Endless possibilities.
So let's break it down for our listeners. Like,
Okay.
what are the real differences between a smash burger and just a regular old burger?
Yeah, so the difference is more than just a name.
Okay.
It's about getting that thin, crispy patty because you're smashing the beef,
Okay.
which maximizes that surface area for browning,
Right.
and it creates those intense caramelized flavors. So it's a completely different textural and flavor experience
Right.
than a thicker, softer, traditional burger.
I think that makes sense. And they cook super fast too, right?
Yeah, because they're so thin,
Right.
they're cooked to perfection in just a couple of minutes per side.
Okay.
So it's that perfect balance of a crispy exterior and a juicy interior.
Now, I know our listeners are sitting at home thinking, okay,
Yeah.
I can do that.
Yeah.
Can you really make this magic at home?
Oh, absolutely.
Really?
It's all about the right tools and techniques. And then
Yeah.
from there, the flavor combinations are up to you.
I love it. Okay, so let's dive into that.
Okay.
So first things first, what kind of beef are we working with?
Okay. So you want to start with good quality ground beef, preferably with a higher fat content. So like 80-20 is ideal
Okay.
because that perfect ratio of lean meat to fat is going to give you the juiciest, most flavorful results.
Okay, so 80-20, we got it. And then what about the cooking surface?
Okay.
Do we need something special or can we just use our,
So a frying pan
Yeah.
will work in a pinch, but
Yeah.
if you really want to up your game, a cast iron skillet or a griddle is the way to go because cast iron holds heat beautifully,
oh, that makes sense.
and it really ensures that your patty gets that great crust.
So we got our 80-20,
Yeah,
we got our cast iron heating up, and we're ready to smash.
let's do it.
So what's the next step?
First, you want to loosely form your ground beef into balls.
Okay.
You know about the size of your finished patty.
Okay.
Don't pack them too tightly.
Okay.
You want them to stay nice and airy. And then when your skillet is smoking hot,
Like, really?
I mean smoking,
Okay.
you carefully place one of your beef balls onto the surface.
Okay. And then?
Now, using a heavy spatula or a burger press, you want to firmly press down,
Well, yeah.
flattening it into a thin patty about 1/4 of an inch thick.
Okay.
You're not afraid to put some muscle into it.
Right.
This is how you get that contact with the hot surface
Got it.
to get that nice, even crispy crust.
So that's how you get them so thin.
Exactly.
So it's all about the smash.
It really is all about the smash.
And because it's so thin, it cooks quick.
Super quick.
Okay, so we only need to cook it for like...
You'll want to cook it for about 2 minutes on that first side
Okay.
until you see those crispy edges starting to form.
Okay.
Then season generously with salt and pepper.
Okay.
Flip it over and cook it for another minute or 2 on the other side.
That's it.
That's it.
Okay, I have a feeling you have some pro tips for us.
Oh, I do.
Okay, so what are some things that our listeners should keep in mind?
Okay, so first, don't overcrowd the pan.
Okay.
Give each patty plenty of space to cook evenly and to make sure the heat can circulate properly.
Right. Okay.
Here's another tip. Once you smash the patty down, resist the urge to press down on it multiple times while it's cooking,
Oh, okay.
because that'll squeeze out all the delicious juices.
We want them juicy,
We want them juicy.
not dry.
Not dry.
Okay, so we don't want to press too much. And is there anything else?
Yeah, you're going to need a thin, sharp spatula
Okay.
for flipping those delicate patties without tearing them.
Okay.
And if you want to up your game even further, you can invest in a burger press.
Yeah.
That's designed specifically for smash burgers.
Oh, wow.
It helps you get that perfectly even smash every time.
Now, I know you're making me hungry
Yeah.
talking about all this, but, if our listeners are in Maryland and don't want to cook,
Right?
they can head over to Soggy Buns.
Absolutely.
Skip the dishes and let the pros do it.
Skip the dishes.
They have incredible smash burgers.
They do.
They're a food truck and a catering service, so you can check them out online at soggybuns.com.
Awesome.
That's B-U-N-Z with a Z to see the menu and find out where they're going to be next.
That's a great idea.
So I think our listeners are ready to dive into some more of these flavor combinations.
Yeah, let's talk about it.
Okay, let's do it.
You ready to talk about some of these flavor combinations?
Yeah, I'm excited for this one.
All right.
So for a listener at home who's maybe never even tried a smash burger,
Right.
what are some classics that we can start with?
Well, you can't go wrong with a BBQ bacon smash burger.
Okay, I'm listening.
So you got that juicy smashed patty topped with melted cheddar cheese, crispy bacon, and crunchy fried onions, all slathered in a tangy BBQ sauce,
Oh my God.
all nestled in a toasted bun.
So we got that savory and then that little bit of sweet from the BBQ sauce.
Exactly, and it really highlights all those flavors that come out from the Maillard reaction.
Right, you got that caramelized crust and then
Ah.
the BBQ sauce just adds another layer.
Exactly, it's a beautiful thing.
So what about for the cheese lover?
Oh, the cheese lover.
What can we do for them?
You gotta try the double All-American smash burger.
Okay, tell me about this one.
This is 2 smashed patties layered with melty American cheese.
2 patties.
2 patties.
Okay.
And then you top it with all the classics: lettuce, tomato, pickles, onion.
Oh, wow.
It's double the crispy edges, double the juicy goodness.
It's like the ultimate
It really is.
cheese indulgence.
It is.
And what's interesting is how the type of cheese really changes the whole thing.
Oh, yeah.
Like American cheese is so melty and creamy. But then you could do something like cheddar, which would be sharper.
Totally. You can get creative with it.
Yeah.
It all comes down to your own preference.
So we've done BBQ.
Yeah.
We've done double cheese.
What about something a little more gourmet?
Ooh, yeah, let's get fancy.
Okay, let me introduce you to the truffle mushroom smash burger.
Okay, I'm ready.
So this one, you got the patty topped with sautéed comini mushrooms,
Okay.
melted Swiss cheese,
Ooh, Swiss.
and a drizzle of truffle mayo.
Ruffle mayo.
Truffle mayo,
Okay, this is getting fancy.
all served on a buttery toasted brioche bun.
Okay, this is like next level.
It really is.
Like, I can't believe you can take a smash burger and make it this fancy.
Yeah, and it's so delicious.
So we got the mushrooms, and then the Swiss cheese, and then that truffle.
It's a flavor combo that is both elegant and satisfying.
It really is.
Yeah.
I'm blown away.
It just goes to show how versatile the smash burger can be.
Yeah.
And I think that's why they're so popular.
Yeah.
They can appeal to everyone.
This is making me think about Soggy Buns again.
Oh, yeah.
For our listeners in Maryland,
Yes.
they don't have to just dream about this.
Yeah, they don't.
They can go get one of these incredible smash burgers from Soggy Buns,
Made by the pros.
made by the pros. They're a food truck and catering service
Yep.
who are known for their amazing smash burgers,
Exactly.
and they're always pushing the boundaries.
Always innovating.
Always innovating with new flavors and high-quality ingredients, so check them out online, soggybuns.com,
With a Z.
with a Z, to see the menu and see where they'll be next.
Awesome.
Okay. I'm ready for some more flavor adventures.
Okay, how about we take a trip around the world with our taste buds?
I love it. Let's do it.
How about a spicy sriracha smash burger?
Okay. I'm intrigued, sriracha. I
Sriracha.
love that, like, little kick.
Yeah, it's a good amount of heat without being too overwhelming.
Yeah.
So this one's got the patty with creamy sriracha mayo,
Okay.
pickled jalapenos,
Oh, yeah.
and then a nice vibrant slaw for some crunch.
Ooh. I love slaw on a burger.
Yeah, it adds a really nice, refreshing element.
And it cuts through that, like,
Yeah.
richness and spice.
That spice.
So we're going global.
We're going global. How about a Hawaiian teriyaki smash burger?
Okay, so we're going from spice
Too sweet and savory.
and tropical.
Exactly.
Okay, what's on this one?
You got the patty,
Okay.
glazed with teriyaki sauce.
Ooh,
Grilled pineapple for a touch of sweetness.
I love pineapple.
Crispy fried onions for texture. And a sprinkle of sesame seeds.
This is amazing.
Little taste of the islands.
I love it. So we went, American classic,
Yep.
we went spicy,
Uh-huh.
and we went tropical.
We did it all.
I think it's so cool how smash burgers
Mhm.
have become this global thing.
Yeah.
Like, what do you think it is about this style?
It's a few things. I
Yep.
think there's that nostalgia factor,
Right.
the connection to that, old school American diner.
Right.
But it also represents like modern foodie
Right.
sensibility,
They appreciate good ingredients.
Exactly. Bold flavors, creativity.
It's like, it appeals to everybody.
It really does.
The older generation and then the younger generation.
Yeah, it's a beautiful thing.
So it's not just about the taste, it's also about the look.
Absolutely.
I mean, they're so Instagrammable.
Oh, yeah.
You can't resist taking a picture of a good smash burger.
You can't. They're like little works of art.
Speaking of art,
Yes.
I have a secret for our listeners.
Ooh, a secret. I love secrets.
To take their smash burger game
Okay.
to the next level.
I'm listening.
So we talked about that hot cast iron skillet
Yes.
or griddle.
Mm-hmm.
Right before you smash that patty down,
Okay.
add a little pat of butter to that hot skillet. It's going to melt instantly.
Yeah.
Create the most delicious buttery crust
Ooh.
as the patty cooks.
Oh my gosh, that's brilliant.
It's a game changer.
I'm going to try that.
It's like a little chef's secret
I love it.
to make it gourmet.
So gourmet.
So, we've talked about some pretty fancy smash burgers.
We have.
Where do you see this going? Like, what's next for smash burgers?
That's a great question.
What kind of crazy flavor combos do you think we'll see?
I think we're going to see a lot more experimentation with global flavors.
Okay.
Like, imagine a Korean BBQ smash burger
Okay.
with kimchi and gochujang mayo.
That sounds amazing.
Or a Mexican-inspired one
Ooh.
with chorizo Oaxaca cheese pico de gallo.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
These are incredible.
I think we're going to see more plant-based options, too.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. Chefs are getting really creative with those meatless patties.
Yeah.
Using mushrooms and beans and beets.
So they can be just as good.
They really can be.
This is exciting.
Yeah.
The possibilities are endless.
They really are endless. There's always something new to try.
Always something new.
Yeah.
A new flavor combo, a new technique.
Exactly.
It's an adventure.
It really is.
And while we're talking about creativity,
Yeah.
we got to mention Soggy Buns again.
Soggy buns.
They're constantly coming up with new and exciting smash burger creations. They really are pushing those boundaries.
They're setting the bar high.
They are. So if you're ever in Maryland, you have to check them out.
Must try.
And for those of you who aren't lucky enough to be in Maryland,
Yeah.
you can still get a taste of the Soggy Buns experience
You can.
by going to their website, soggybuns.com.
With a Z.
With a Z, they've got their menu location info,
Uh-huh.
even some really delicious looking photos to get you inspired.
Awesome.
All right, you ready to delve into some more secrets?
I'm ready. Okay, I'm ready. What do we got?
So we've talked about the patty,
Yeah.
which is obviously like the star of the show,
Right.
but we got to talk about the supporting cast.
Okay.
The bun
The bun is important.
and all the toppings.
Very important.
They really make the burger.
They do. They bring it all together.
So what about the bun?
The bun.
Is there like a certain kind of bun we should be using?
You want something sturdy enough to hold up to all those juicy toppings?
Right, because we don't want a soggy mess.
Well, exactly. But it shouldn't be too dense or overwhelming.
Okay.
Personally, I'm a fan of potato rolls
Good.
for smash burgers.
Yeah.
They've got that nice, soft, slightly sweet flavor
Right.
that complements that savory beef.
Yeah.
And they've got the perfect amount of sturdiness.
And what about brioche?
Brioche is great too,
Yeah.
especially if you're going for something a little more gourmet.
So do you toast the bun?
Oh, absolutely. Gotta toast the bun.
Okay.
Adds a nice little textural contrast, a little crunch.
Keeps it from getting soggy.
Yeah, and if you add a little melted butter.
Oh, gosh. Heavenly.
Oh, okay. I'm with you on the toasted buns.
Toasted buns all the way.
So toppings.
Toppings.
Where do we even start?
So many possibilities.
Like, how do we pick the right ones?
Well, you want to think about balance and contrast.
Okay.
A mix of flavors and textures.
So it's more than just like
Oh, yeah.
throwing everything from the fridge on there.
It's an art form.
Okay.
You want a symphony of flavors.
Not a chaotic clash.
So what are your go-tos?
Well, you can never go wrong with the classics.
Go.
Lettuce, tomato, pickles, onion.
Yeah.
They offer that freshness and crunch.
Yeah.
That balances the richness of the patty.
So how can we get a little more creative?
Ooh, get creative.
Yeah.
Think about some unexpected ingredients.
Okay.
Roasted red peppers.
Okay.
Caramelized onions.
Oh.
Fried egg.
Oh, wow.
Don't be afraid to experiment with different cheeses, too.
Right.
You got cheddar, Swiss, provolone, pepper jack.
So many choices.
So many choices.
I love it. You can really make it your own.
You really can.
So before we wrap up, I have to give another shout out to Soggy Buns.
Soggy buns.
They're doing incredible things with smash burgers in Maryland.
They are.
Fresh, high-quality ingredients.
Yeah.
Always coming up with new flavors.
The best.
So check them out, soggybuns.com.
With the Z.
With a Z, they have the menu locations
Uh-huh.
and pictures to get you inspired.
It's been so fun talking to Smash Burgers.
I know, this has been awesome.
I'm glad you're excited about it.
I think our listeners have a lot of good info
They do.
to make their own smash burger masterpieces at home.
Absolutely. The most important thing is to have fun.
Right.
That's what it's all about.
Thanks for joining us for this deep dive into the world of smash burgers.
It's been a pleasure.
Thanks for listening to the All Things Soggy Buns podcast.